Hello everyone, this is Rabab Alman, licensed marriage and family therapist and international life coach. Um, Happy New Year everyone. I wanted to share this live. It has been a while since I did my last live, and like everyone else, I think it's important to take a break and enjoy the time with our families, and sometimes with ourselves, or most importantly with ourselves, and to reflect on the past year and the upcoming one. So let me know, where are you joining me from? Again, I always mention this, these lives and interviews are meant for general info only. They are not meant to replace medical or professional help. So I will be posting this on my other pages, and let me know, where are you joining me from. The topic for today is, what are your plans for 2019? It took me a second, I had to pause. I'm like, we need to get used to 2019. It's gonna take us some, it usually takes me some time. I keep writing the date with the previous year, and then when I start to get familiar with the new year, then the following year comes along. It's amazing. So what are your plans for 2019? So I read this pose, or this email from one of the authors. His name is Hal Rankel, and he's actually the founder for Scream-Free Parenting, the one I am certified as a leader for. And I liked what he wrote, and I thought it's important to share and to elaborate. And he mentioned a couple of things in his email, and it made me think about last year and the reflections of what happened in 2018. So there are 4 items we need to think about. Let's think about what was the third, or what were the 3 things that you did better in 2018 than in 2017. What did you change? What things happened in your life, or you added, or it changed in your life that made a difference? Also, another one is to name one person that you are proud that you got close to. The one person. And I can mention that I have a close friend that I got close to in 2018, and it is a blessing. So who is the person that you feel so happy and blessed to be around and to be close to? Also, another thing that you want to think about is to predict the upcoming changes or challenges in 2019. What are the 3 things that you think that's going to be challenging for you? Write them down. Also, last one is to name the one change that you're probably gonna do. The one thing that you are very positive about making it happen. The change that you want to make in your life, in your career, in your relationships, whatever it is that you want to do in 2019. I think it's important to write these things down because it makes it more like real on paper, so you can read it and look at it. It's important to look at it every now and then and just focus. A lot of people think of a new year resolution, and I'm not sure if this is something people usually follow up with. People usually, they think that, some of us think that things will happen just because it's the new year, but actually it's just another day. Change relies on us for us to change and to make it happen, and we need to take steps for things to happen, or to stop it from happening. So what are, again, I'm going to repeat them for you to maybe write them down or to review them. So the three things are, the four things are: first, list three things you did better in 2017. What are the three things you did better in 2018, better than 2017? Second, name one person you got close to, and what was the reason you got close to this person? Uh, what is it that this relationship is providing for you? Also, predict three challenges that might happen in your life in 2019. And it's important to predict and be prepared for the challenges that we think is gonna, we're gonna encounter in the days to come. Excuse me. Fourth, name one change that you must do in 2019 that will impact your personal life, your career, your relationship, your feelings towards yourself, or wherever you're at in your life. What is it, that one thing that you want to change in your life? I think it's important to think of what are the dreams? What are your dreams? That sometimes our dreams can be unrealistic, but when you set big dreams, then you set high expectations of yourself and your achievement. And if we set something really low, then we are just going to achieve that. So if we set something high expectation and high dreams, you never know. You might be surprised. You might surprise yourself with the result that you are able to achieve. Once you set that goal, you want to break it down to small goals. It's like you want to, it's like what Steve Covey says, start with the end in mind. So in his book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, I think this is an important book. He has also another book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective Teen. It's also an important book to read for the teens. And I believe it's so important to look at, set the goals, the big high goal that you want to achieve. And that's the end result. And then break that goal into smaller ones. And into actions, like some steps you want to take to achieve that smaller goal. And these small, like for instance, guess like you want to double your income or triple your income. So how are you gonna do that? So maybe you want to think of 3 action steps. Maybe you want to do better marketing. Maybe you want to hire a coach. Maybe you want to do some courses and some education, whatever it is. So you break it down to action, to steps that you're going to take throughout 2019. So these actions and these steps are driven by that big goal and dream that you have written down. Something else you want to think about, that it's important for us to set a goal and a dream and to put down steps to small action steps to achieve that goal. But also, after we do our best, we are not responsible for the goal. So I'm sorry, for the result. So we want to detach ourselves from the outcome. So you set the goal, you set the dream, you set actions, and you set small plans and action steps to achieve that dream. But we want to detach ourselves from these results and outcomes, because when we are so stuck and we are so focused on the outcome, sometimes we lose track of the path we are taking. So ask yourself, what is it that you want to achieve? What is your dream? I think it's so important to, when you are by yourself and think about something really that you want to achieve, what do you think about? Do you think about like having like a big house, or maybe travel, or maybe again double your income? What is it that you think about? Write it down, because I think it's extremely important when we write our dreams down. So I don't know if I mentioned that before. I do remember years back, I think it was in 2006 or 5, and I was emailing with a person, and that person was a little bit in my inner circle back then, and we were joking, actually talking about teaching and being professor at a school, and I was just joking around, and we wrote an email as like that I'm a professor, and then the person asked me at the end of the email asked me, put a year down, which year are you gonna achieve that? I said, I don't know. And the person like insisted, put down the year, and I said 2018, maybe. So time flies, and now we are in 2018, and I found myself, I'm an adjunct professor at Villanova University. And I forgot completely about this email. And then after I accepted the position, and I was researching through my emails and stuff, and I remembered that. I remembered that email, and I remembered that I put that date. And it was amazing how it manifested itself in the same year, 2018. It's just amazing. When we write our goals and our dreams down, they manifest themselves in our life. It's very powerful. So I was so inspired by that, by this story that happened actually with me. And we hear a lot of stories about other people that they had goals and dreams, and they put them down on papers and they forgot about them. And then when they retrieve these, they realize that they have achieved the goals and the dreams in the same time, around the same time and year. Isn't that amazing? So what stops us from doing that? Maybe we just don't believe in ourselves, or maybe we think, no, it's not gonna happen. No, it's just a dream. This is really, no, I will not do it. I think what do we tell ourselves when we are alone? That's important. I think it's important to ask ourselves, what do we think about, and what do we tell ourselves when we are alone? Do we have really positive attitudes? Do we really think of good things and skills and what we achieved, or do we really put ourselves down? Do we just, oh, I messed up here and I messed up there and I'm not no good? And we do that. Everyone needs that reminder. Actually, I will share something with you about me. Like in my life, I sometimes I prepare my life on Facebook, and my videos based on what I want to do in my own life to inspire my own self. It's like, it's important to put it out there in writing, or out there to people to hear. It's like we are like, we feel responsible, accountable to our goals and dreams. It's important for us to put them in writing and to know what we want. So do you really know your dream? And are you ready to write it down? I will repeat again the 4 steps I talked about in the beginning of this live. So again, the 4 steps I talked about is to list 3 things that you were better at in 2018 better than 2017, and name 1 person who was effective and who is effective and positive in your life that you are blessed to have. Name 3 challenges that you expect to face in 2019, and name one thing, one challenge, one change that you want to definitely make in 2019. What is it that you want to make in 2019? It's important to write these things down, to actually to focus your energy. So energy flows where attention goes. So when we pay attention to something, then our energy is being directed in that direction. So where do you want to direct your energy? Do you want to direct your energy into something negative or positive? And what is it? We need to be specific. We need to write our dreams and our goals. Unrealistic. It has to be big. And then we break it down to small goals. You want to see if you need help with that, if you need a coach, if you need a therapist, if you need someone that you feel that holds you accountable to your dreams and goals and plans. Because sometimes when we are in our head, yeah, I have it in my head, but sometimes we get distracted and we lose track. I think it's important to put it down on paper, to write it down, to share it with someone, to hold us accountable. So we want to think with the end of mind again. And we want to do our best, follow the plan, and we want to detach ourselves from the outcome. Because once you plan, when you do with your best, when you follow the whatever steps that you have put for yourself, then you just detach yourself what's going to happen next. Then that makes it more fluid, more like smooth. Maybe you were planning something to achieve something, and then maybe you achieve something even better. You will be surprised at your skills, at your abilities. We sometimes underestimate ourselves, and a lot of times we forget what we have accomplished. Look at yourself 10 years ago and look at yourself now. Where were you 10 years ago? What were you doing? And where are you now? And what are you doing now? Can you itemize that? Can you put it on paper? Can you see the difference? Can you see the growth? What skills you have and you are not noticing? What skills you needed to achieve what you have now and you are not really paying attention to? So in order to move from point A to point B, you need sets of skills. Are you aware of what you have? It's important to recognize the abilities and the skills and the courage and the beliefs that we have about ourselves. Are we dismissing our strengths? Are we dismissing that? Are we continuously bombarding ourselves with negative thoughts? Because sometimes people think that if I recognize the positive traits in me, then I might be snob, or maybe I am arrogant. No, it's important to recognize your blessings. What blessings do you have within yourself? Strengths and skills. We all, every and each one of us have a story. We all have stories. What is your story? And can you tell your story to yourself or write it down from a positive light? Like eliminate the negatives. Just to ignore it for a second, the negatives, and just focus on the positives. Where were you 10 years ago? And where are you are now? And what did you use from your own skills to achieve what you have now? Do you have this ability to draw resources? This is even if it was like external one. an external resource, but you've asked for it, you brought it in, you utilized it, you leveraged your surrounding. So that's a skill. What is it? Is it patience, perseverance? Is it hard work? Was it obtaining a degree? Was it being time management? Was it eliminating negative people out of your life? This is a huge one. This is a huge one. Were you able to say no, firmly no, when you needed to say that? Were you able to be firm? Were you able to set boundaries? Were you able to do what you like, or stop doing what you are not comfortable with? Whatever it is, you need to write it down. Because if you don't write it down, you will forget about it. You will forget about it. We forget about the small things. That's why we have documentaries. Why people have documentaries? Why people write books? Because if we don't put something in writing, we forget about it. And a lot of people focus on the negatives and forget completely about the positives. Lives, stressors, work, routine. You know, we just got stuck in our ways and we forget what we really have. What do you have? Can you now pull a pencil and paper now, this second, and write it down? What are you good at? What are you good at? We all have skills. We all have things good in ourselves. We know how to do something better than others. We all have this something, 2, 3, 5 things, whatever. You're not going to be good at everything, but you are good at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. You are good at something. What is it? And how can you utilize this in your 2019 dreams? So, see, we cannot say that I have like a New Year resolution, and then I just sit back and eat a sandwich. It's not gonna work. It's not. Because January 1st is another day, by the way. It's not gonna happen. It's not like magic. No. And I have to tell this to myself first. It's like we need to repeatedly remind ourselves with these things. Because just life happens and goes on, and days, day in, day out, and we forget about it. We just get so comfortable. It's like I was having this conversation with my daughter, and my daughter, she's a senior at University of Pennsylvania, and I was asking her about my work, and she asked me, "Mama, are you getting too comfortable?" I said, "Oh wow, that's a very deep question." It's important to have these reminders because we forget. We get too comfortable. So again, what is your dream? What do you want to do? Big dream, unrealistic dream. Write it down. Write what you want to do, what you are dreaming of, what you're going to achieve in 2019. Write it down so the same day, today is January 2nd, 2020, you have a dream that you achieved or you are on the way for achieving. What is it? You want to be proud of yourself always that you're achieving something. So dig all of these achievements you've done all of these years and write down your positive traits and your skills and use them to achieve what you want to achieve in 2019. And I wish everyone a very happy new year, healthy, blessed, prosperous year. Okay, if you like this video, please hit like and share it, and I will download it on YouTube so you can subscribe and watch it there. Thank you for watching me, Halima, Muslima, Fadi. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next week, and have a wonderful night. Thanks, bye.